He's very interested in that camera that Arturo has. I'm going to bring the ball. Now, you notice, good job. I didn't say come. We're working on the come command, and when you're trying to teach your dog to come, you don't ever want to use the word come unless he's on a leash and you can lure him to you if he doesn't come. Because if I say come now and he doesn't, that's a training. It's like when she says come, I can not, or I can. It's my choice. So I use his name, King. King. Good job. And I make little peep peep peeps or to get him to come. Now, I've just started introducing. Why don't you call him just using his name, Dave?
King. King. Good job.
Good job.
Good job.
So now I'm going to call him back to me, and when he's on his way, that's when I'm going to use the word come, and that's how I would like you guys to do it. King, come. So he gets, when he's in this direction, this means come, and I know that he's going to make it here, and he's successful 100% of the time. So the first tip is, when you're teaching your dog to come, start out only using his name. When he starts coming towards you, then you can introduce come. When he gets there, lots of praise. Lots of praise. So that's the come. Now the sit. Sit. Good job. It's my boy. It's my boy. I love this boy. I love this boy. I do. I love this boy. So sit is just sit. And sometimes he might have to think about it for a second. You don't want to repeat the command. You just want to let him take it in his own time. As you use it. King. King.
He's so cute.
Good job. Sit. Now that was really good. That was really nice and quick. He didn't have to think about it. Completely potty trained. I mean, he goes out, what, 4 times a day? He goes out in the morning when we get up. I take him out sometime midday, 12, 1. I mean, he's old enough. His bladder can hold. He can actually hold all day. But when I'm home, I let him out in the midday. Then he goes out after dinner and out after bedtime. So there's no problem. But that doesn't prevent him from marking inside the house. So don't let him out of your sight. I don't recommend, I know some trainers say, you know, put a leash on him and so you can get a hold of him in the house and when you're training him and stuff. I don't like that. It sends the message that when I have the leash on, I can go any speed, anywhere, in any direction. So I do not keep a leash on a dog, but it wouldn't hurt to keep a collar or a halter so that if you go to see him marking, the first thing you want to do is you don't put his nose in it and you don't hit the dog. What I do is I hit the floor. Fingers. Throw the food in. Crate. Say crate after the food is in there, and I do not slam the thing. I'm not trying to imprison him, okay? This is not a punishment. Good job. Good job. Crate. Good job. Pet on him a little bit in there. When he's in there and he's nice, then you can close the door before he comes out. Let's do it again. Crate. Good job. Good job. And then you can close the door. So you don't ever want to throw your... The dog has to do the work. It's not a training if you open up the door and throw the dog in there and say, crate. He's got to go in there, and he's got to know that this is not a punishment, it's not prison or whatever. Isn't my good boy? Isn't my good boy? He says, what else do I have to do to get that? With the halter, the correction is up. If he's in front of you, and you can't get, you know, the only position you can do is a pull back. You don't ever want to pull back. What you want to do is you want your dog here or behind you. That's the ideal situation. When your dog is in front of you, the only way to get him behind you is turn around. So when you have him on a leash and you're walking nicely and he edges up in front of you, just turn around. Now he's behind you and start going. If he pulls out in front of you again, turn around. Now he's behind you. So, he's in new territories, he has a tendency to pull because he wants to go faster, to smell and whatever. But if you're going to walk him, these dogs don't really need a lot of walking. If you play ball or toy or whatever and they get some exercise, they enjoy a walk just for the enjoyment of the exercise. But you don't have to jog with them or take them on long walks. So that's the solution to a dog pulling, is to just reverse the direction. So if you're trying to get to the grocery store by 5 o'clock, you might not want to take the dog. You cannot expect a dog to obey you until they respect you. And the way to get the respect is through a deep bond. And it's really simple, and it's not something that takes hours a day or years or anything. You just want to witness him. He's so cute. You want to look into his eyes and just past his eyes into his heart and his soul. And witness him for the individual, incredible being that he is. And he loves this. He can bring tears to my eyes when we do this. I love you. I love this boy. I love this boy. And he'll just melt. So want to spend time every day doing this with him. If you spend 10 to 15 minutes a day with him as your exclusive focus, without the other dog, without your phone, just focused on him. And it can be in play. You can spend 10, 15 minutes playing, but just tell him this is for you.